Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, our today discussion is about the income statement and balance sheet. Remember our earlier class and our earlier discussion, we have explained about the trial balance, how to prepare it. So we have explained that first of all, we should write down the title of the company or organization, and second, we should write down the title of the statement, and finally on which date you will prepare it, so please mention that date. Dear students, we have already an existing trial balance. Mung already dalta yo trial balance laru. The hamdaga trial balance accounts bachide pa income statement or balance sheet ki record ko. How you will inshallah understand about how to record these accounts into income statement, balance sheet, and which account should be placed where. So dear students, before going towards the income statement and balance sheet account, remember that you have studied about the five types of accounts that were assets, you have studied about the expenses, you have studied about the liabilities, you have studied about the revenue, and you have studied about the owner equity or the capital of owner. So in this course we will nominate asset as NA, the expenses as E, and liabilities as L, revenue as R, and owner equity or capital of owner as C. So these are the three like for example titles for each of the five classes of accounts. We have five major accounts and we will nominate everyone. This is only for your learning purpose. We will use these titles. So remember that A stand for asset, E stand for expenses, L stand for liability, R stand for revenue, and C stand for owner equity. Some of these accounts are the balance sheet account, and some of them are the income statement account income statement account. So dear students, let's to tell you about the balance sheet account. Asset is a balance sheet account, liabilities is a balance sheet account, and capital of owner is a balance sheet accounts. But the rest up to the expenses is one of the income statement account, and revenue is also the income statement account. So we will take all the revenue accounts from this trial balance and we will put this in the income statement. We will take all the balance sheet accounts and we will record that over there in the balance sheet. So let's to nominate each and every account over here. Dear students, what is the cash? Cash is an asset account. So see, it is an asset account. So I will write down about A. Furniture is also an asset account. So I will write down over here A. Machinery is also an asset account. So it is A. Deedman capital is an owner equity account. In other words, we may say that it is the capital of owner account, any C account. Rent expenses is an expenses account, so E. Salary expenses is an expense account, E. Supplies expenses is an expense account. Account receivable is an asset account. Account receivable is again an asset account. Account receivable from Deedman is an asset account. And dear students, let's to move downward. Sale is revenue account. Account payable is liability account. And the J. Brow account is liability. Goods is an asset account because we were using perpetual system. Machinery is an asset account. Commission is revenue, and dividend is also a revenue account. So dear students, we have found that the expenses account and the revenue account in this we have nominated each and every one. Keep in mind that income statement show us the profit and loss of the company. What it show us? This will show us the profit and loss at a specific period of time. Specific period of time. So this is 31st December 2019 and we are preparing the income statement. Income statement is having two accounts. One, I will also again write down over here the revenue account minus the expenses account, expenses. So this is equal to profit or loss. So see dear students, when we deduct the expenses from the revenue, so we will find the profit of the company, or sometimes we will go with the loss. So now let's to calculate about the income statement. So we will have the revenue account. So here we will show all the revenue of the business, and here I will show you about all the expenses account of the business. So from all the revenue we will deduct the expenses account. So see, these are expenses and that is revenue. Like for example, I have shown that as a green signal and expenses as a red signal. Now from that and trial balance, please find all the expenses account and write down over here under the expenses column, and please find all the revenue accounts and write down over there. See dear students, this is R account. See, we have one R account over here, so we'll write down it over there, one R. Do we have another R? Yes, we have one another R too. Like for example, we have the and we also have one another account, one another R account. So I will mention over here. Yes, so see, our first R is like for example the sale. So we have sale and that's equal to how much money? 17,000 rupees, but that is a credit balance, so we should write down it over there at credit side, 17 and 1000. This is about sale. Second, we have one another account by the name of the commission. So see dear students, our second account is called commission, and the amount of money is how much? Commission is also a credit entry, so let's to record it over here at credit side. How much is the balance? Commission 600. So see over here 600 rupees. And then what do we have? The last one account is called the dividend. So see, dividend. How much is the amount of dividend? Dividend amount is 9,000. 9 and 1,000. So dear students, we have like for example taken all the revenue accounts from the trial balance and we have mentioned over here. Now we will move towards the expenses account and we will take all the expenses and we will record over here. So see, we have like for example expenses as a rent expense. We have like for example the salary expenses, and we also have the supply expenses. So we will write down all these three over here. So our first account was the in revenue. Let's to show you again, that was sale and it were equivalent to 17,000. Okay, the second one was the commission commission, it was equal to 600 again, and the third one was the dividend, it was equal to 9,000, yes, so 9,000. Okay dear students, now let's do record about all the expenses. So we have some expenses account. The first expense was about the rent expenses. So the rent expenses amount were equal to how much? That were equal to 6,000. Okay, the second one is salaries expenses. Salaries EXP. Salary expenses were equal to 20,000. And then we have, like, for example, the supplies expenses that were equal to 1,000. Okay, do we have other type of, like, for example, expenses? We do not have. We have only 3 expenses, so we have recorded all these 3. See dear students, the first expense is rent, the second one is supplies, and the third one was the salaries. Now dear students, those accounts that we will deduct in the accounting, so rules of the accounting is we should put that in brackets. So 6,000 is the amount of money, and this is having rule, we will deduct this from the amount of the revenue. So that's why we will put this into brackets, and this too, let's to put that in also at bracket. Okay, very good. Now we will take the total of these expenses and total of this revenue. And then we will minimize expenses from the revenue of the business. So we will close this with 2 lines. Okay, great. Now see how much is the total revenue. Total revenue were equal to how much? 26,600. 26,600. See this in calculator. Hmm, 17,000 600 plus 9,000, 26,600. Now let's calculate about the this one and how much it is equal. So see, we have, like, for example, 6,000 plus 20,000 plus 1,000. This is equal to 27,000. So we should write down over here 27,000. We should put the 27,000 into bracket because these are the amount that we should deduct from one another. What you will do now, from this 26,000 you should minimize these 27,000. So we should deduct, or we should minimize it. So minus before, we should minus 8 minus. So what we will find, we will net loss. So our net loss is equal to how much? 400. So when it is a net loss, that's why we will put that into bracket. And also the 400 side too, into bracket. So this is what the amount that we will minimize from the owner equity. So in this business we have like for example our business is in loss and we lose 400 rupees. Now that is, dear students, the income statement the جوړولو طریقه ده. income statement, dear students, اول چې د تاسو باید د کمپنۍ نوم ولیکئ، د هغې څخه بعد تاسو باید د کمپنۍ ټایټل ولیکئ او د هغې نه بعد د انکم سټیټمنټ ټایټل به ولیکئ، یعنې کوم سټیټمنټ چې تاسو جوړوئ د هغې ټایټل به ولیکئ او د هغې نه بعد باید تاسو څه ولیکئ، هغه کوم تاریخ باندې چې جوړوئ هغه تاریخ به ولیکئ. نو دا چې د پریکټیکل طریقه ده. انکم سټیټمنټ کې موږ چې د بزنس د ریونیو نه د هغې څه شی منفي کوو، ایکسپنسز منفي کوو. کله چې موږ ایکسپنسز ترې منفي کړو دا به موږ ته بزنس یا پرافټ کوي او یا به هم څه کوي، لاس کوي، لکه څنګه چې دې بزنس لاس شو کولو. سو دې ته موږ داسې تعریف کولی شو چې it show as the profit and loss of a business in a specified period of time. د وخت معین په یو خاص وخت کې موږ د بزنس loss او profit ښیي. ډیر سټوډنټس انکم سټیټمنټ تاسو په پلان ورقه کې هم جوړولی شئ او تاسو کولی شئ چې په داسې شکل یا یو فارمیټ ورته هم جوړ کړئ. It is your art. So dear students, I have mentioned over here that here I will describe all the accounts which are available in this income statement, and this is the debit record for the accounts and this is CR mana credit record for all these accounts. Within the income statement we have like for example 2 important accounts from the 5 major. دا پنځو مهمه نه موږ چې د دوه مهم اکاونټ لرو چې یو ته ریونیو اکاونټ ویلی شي او دویم ته ویلی شي ایکسپنسز اکاونټ. ریونیو اکاونټ چې دی هغه ټول اکاونټ چې په ټریل بیلنس کې د ریونیو اکاونټس په نوم باندې ذکر شوي وي هغه ټول باید موږ د ریونیو ته لاندې ولیکو. موږ هغې ته الریډي مخکې ته لیکلي دي چې دا ریونیو اکاونټ دی که دا ایکسپنسز. اوس تاسو وینئ چې دلته موږ سره سیل یو اکاونټ شته دی، نو سیل اکاونټ چې دی دا موږ سره د ریونیو اکاونټ دی. همدارنګې موږ سره د کمیشن په نوم باندې یو بل اکاونټ شته دی چې هغه تاسو دلته وینئ چې مونږ ذکر کړی دی، او همدارنګې مونږ د ډیویډنډ په نوم باندې یو بل اکاونټ هم لرو چې هغه مونږ هلته الریډي ذکر کړی دی. دا درې وړه اکاونټ چې دی یا دا درې وړه اماونټ چې دی مونږ سره جمع کړل، د هغې مقدار د پیسو په کریډټ سایډ کې ونیولو. نو کله چې مونږ دا سره جمع کړل زمونږ ټوټل ریونیو مساوي د څومره شوه؟ د 6,000 افغانیو. This is what our total revenue. Along with this we have some expenses, like for example we have the rent expenses, we have salary expenses, and we have supply expenses. See dear students, it is already available in the trial balance. This is rent expenses, this is salary expenses, and this is the supply expenses. So from all these rent and supplies and salaries we have added that and we found that this is our total expenses. So from these total expenses we have, like for example, deducted the revenue. This is revenue which are 26,000 and our total expenses were equivalent to 27,000. Total expenses, our total expenses were equivalent to 27,000. So when we deducted 26,000 from the 27,000, so we found 400 as a net loss. موږ 400 چې په دې بزنس کې څه وکړو؟ net loss وکړو. نو ډیر سټوډنټس دا د انکم سټیټمنټ د جوړولو طریقه ده چې تاسو اوس دلته یاد کړله. I hope that you have understand it perfectly, and in next video we will move towards the balance sheet calculation or towards the balance sheet preparation.